Hey guys, welcome back to this channel. So it's my belief that we're on the cusp of a very epic face-melting bull run. I don't know if it'll equal the heights of 2021, 2027, or the one that we had in 4 years before that. But I do believe we're on the cusp of something very big. I think we're at that point in the of the 4-year cycles where things are gonna start kicking off, and things have already shown themselves to be very impressive, even though we're a year off from this major bull market from happening. 2025 is going to be a big year, and if I'm going to be making videos on YouTube, I would really like to kind of reach out to my audience and just do everything I can to ensure that you don't lose money, and you do everything that you can to not get wrecked this time around, because I've been through a number of cycles and I've seen many people lose and make huge amounts of money. And the biggest thing is, when you're going through periods like this, the big key is to keep the money that you are fortunate enough to make. And I want to make a video that's going to talk to how important it is to be very careful about the things that you read on social media, and particularly on YouTube when you're following crypto influencers. So I want to give you a little background about myself, so I can give you to give you some context as to why I know about certain things. So I have I guess you could say, a digital marketing agency where I promote cryptocurrency companies. In my case, I actually specialize in the China market. Actually, if you're interested in digital marketing for crypto in China, you can go to my website, cybersprintmarketing.com. So one thing that I did in order to build up this agency is I had to reach out to a lot of crypto influencers, a lot of them, and offer to do some kind of deal with them. And I would message them and say, hey, I'm looking for some kind of partnership. I'm looking for you to, someone to represent my client. You just have to do a shout out once a month. We'll pay you X amount of money, and that's it. And you'd be surprised, most people would say yes to that. They've got over 10,000 subs or followers on Twitter or on YouTube. Then yeah, they were good to go, and most of them would be interested in some kind of partnership. I mean, it's a very lucrative thing. And I have to say, as someone who does YouTube as well, not just this channel, I have another much larger channel that is a completely different thing to this. Becoming successfully monetized is a huge deal, right? Getting to the point where you can just do your work full time and just live off the income that you make off YouTube is extremely difficult. If you were to rely purely on ad revenue, just to get to the point where you're working, full time at McDonald's, like getting an equivalent income, you'd probably have to get like 100,000 subs. That's if you're just relying on ad revenue. I know there's other kinds of revenue that you can get, but there's some channels where it's really hard to monetize your content. But it depends on what the niche you're in. And the niche that I found that is the most profitable niche is the cryptocurrency niche. Anyone that talks about financial advice, particularly crypto, can make a lot of money. And I know a lot of crypto influencers who don't have big channels. They aren't name brand channels. They might have just like a few tens of thousands of subs, and they make stupid amounts of money off partnerships, affiliates, stuff like that. And you don't really have to be really top of the game. You have to be head of the pack to be making a lot of money in this industry, because there's a lot of people like me, people who work in marketing, who will reach out to them and say, we'll send you all this free money every week. All you have to do is just give a shout out once a month and stuff like that. And these influencers aren't really that interested in checking out the product, checking out the coin, the token, whatever. They're just going to shill whatever. It's very rare that you've got someone who's like, this is against my principle. I just want to, talk about things that I know a lot about. Most people, they just happily take the money and they're happy to shill it to their audience and get people to sign up straight away without even knowing anything about what they're selling, without going into depth of what it is they're even talking about. And so this is how a lot of bad things can happen, where influencers will promote some coin that ends up going down 99% in value. They'll promote some exchange like FTX that ends up blowing up and causing their viewers to lose a lot of money. And this is a very frequent thing. So what I want to emphasize is the sheer level of corruption within this I guess, within this little industry, amongst the social media influencers, very few are going to say no to receiving the amount of money that they're being offered in exchange for just giving a shout out or maybe doing a whole video review. And for the people that are watching, it's not really clear that this is inorganic content because it's just mixed in with all the other stuff they're doing. Then all of a sudden they want to talk about some coin and you think, oh wow, this person must really be into this project if they suddenly start talking about it. But it's actually paid advertisements. And I think that the element of corruption comes in when it's not actually discussed that what is being talked about is being paid. It's a paid advertisement, which is exactly what it is. And that's where I think it's a little bit dodgy. I want to give you a little picture right here to give you just a little glimpse of what. So this is like an Excel spreadsheet. This is not the whole spreadsheet. I just can't fit it onto the whole page, right? And I've made it large enough to the point where you can't really see every single name clearly, so it's not really obvious. And most of them are like Chinese anyway, because I deal with like the Chinese market and stuff like that. So this is just kind of not really a payroll, but they're people on my roster where when I have a client that wants a shout out, they want exposure, I just go to one of these people. I've got them on a spreadsheet, and I know their exact price. And most people who get into crypto social media influencing, they know exactly what they are aiming for when they get into this space. They want to get monetized, they want to be able to make money. And as I mentioned, you don't have to become huge. You just need to get like 10, 20,000 subs or followers. And they can do that just by posting organic content at first, and over time they'll switch to more paid stuff, but they won't tell you whilst you're doing it. The other thing as well that I want to talk about, the thing I really don't like about crypto influencers, particularly on YouTube, is that they spend, a lot of them will do like technical analysis. They'll talk about price going up, price going down, like there's an ascending, broadening wedge, and if you look at this time frame using this technical analysis tool on TradingView, that you can see that there's like a 60% chance that it's going to go up. No one tell you should outright, speculate on that thing, but they give you advice about, which direction the price is going, and then very conveniently after they say, oh, you can now use my referral link to Bybit, Binance, whatever. And I do the same thing, by the way, just to put it out there. I don't want to say I'm above these guys entirely. I also show referral links, but it's things that I think are actually beneficial to you guys. What these guys are referring to when they give you those referral links is they basically want you to go and try derivatives trading. This is where you have the option to lever up 10x, 20x. So if you've got $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, you can then trade $10,000 worth of Bitcoin at 10x the price. And I don't know, for those of you who aren't totally familiar with derivatives trading, on these markets, they're called inverse perpetual contracts. It's one of the main ones. They get shilled a lot. The idea is that you put $1,000 in, you get to trade with $10,000. So let's just say if the price moves up like a little bit, you'll get way more money. Provided you're able to like actually capitalize and sell when the price goes up. So when it goes up a little bit, it'll go up a lot more because you're leveraged, right? But if it goes down a little bit, you lose a lot more, and it gets to a certain point where if you lose enough, your position will get liquidated and you'll lose $1,000, the amount of money you put in. And this has ultimately become a really it's a casino. It's gambling. I have no other way of putting it. And I made a video before about why people shouldn't get into leveraged trading. I have an example of I know some people that make incredible amounts of money trading on these markets. But the thing is with these guys is, they went to school for it. They've been studying for like 6 years. Like one guy I know who's like multi-millionaire from it. He's a dude from China. He went to school, and his PhD thesis on like AI algorithms or something like that. And he wrote all these things. Then he went to some like large trading company in China, and then he started his own firm. And he's been doing this for like 12 years, right? And what people don't understand is you're competing with these people. You're competing with people who are they're beyond good, right? You simply cannot compete with them if you watch some video on YouTube about whether the price is going up or down. And people aren't really trained to understand that most of the money that you make in speculation in cryptocurrency is a zero-sum game. So you're basically fighting it out with this other person, right? And for someone to make 10x their money, essentially the best way of thinking about it is 10 other people have to lose. So everyone is competing with each other. The first one to sell when the price is higher is the one that's going to make the money. So you're competing with people that are far more advanced than you, and for the people that are promoting these kinds of activities, the derivatives trading and stuff like that, as far as I'm concerned, they're promoting people who are going not just into a casino, but going into a place where the house has a massive advantage. Also understand that places like Bybit, Binance, all that stuff, all the places where there's derivatives trading, it's almost certain that the exchanges themselves are actually trading against the traders using that platform because they have insider information. So it's extremely unlikely that you're long-term going to be successful if you're trading derivatives. And the problem with these YouTubers is oftentimes they won't even trade themselves, right? They make so much money off the referral fees, encouraging people to essentially gamble on these derivatives exchanges, that they don't even have to be making money trading. They're just giving their recommendations for whether the price is going up or down, and they're completely separated from the game. So it doesn't matter if the price goes up and down. It doesn't matter if they're wrong 1,000 times, because they'll be making money on the fees, on the referral fees of their viewers, whether the price goes up or down. So they have an incentive to get you involved in this, even if it causes you to lose money, because even if they lose money, probably they'll make even more money because there's like liquidation fees and all this stuff like that, right? So I'll never forget, like, at the height of this crypto YouTube influencer phase, like towards the end of 2021, like if you look throughout the history, since the beginning of bull runs in the crypto industry, every time like we're at the peak of a bull run, like it's like a year after the halving has happened, towards December, right? So 2013, 2017, 2021, and what will be next year, it always kinds of crashes towards December, right? But because all these crypto influencers, they're making a lot of money shilling, their referral link to get people involved in derivatives trading and whatnot, they weren't honest with their viewers, and they didn't even install with them like the idea that maybe it will go down. They just wanted to keep encouraging them to sign up, and they would keep making videos every day about, well, actually this time it's different, because I saw this special thing in the chart. And I don't even know if I don't think they're even being intentionally malevolent about these things, but it's hard to really trust someone's advice when their incentives are actually kind of against your favor, right? If the prices are going down, it's less likely that you're going to start going onto the exchanges, signing up just so you can short the market. Usually the people who are viewers, they're more like moon boys, and they're much more likely to long the market. So there's an incentive to keep saying the price is going to go up and up and up, right? So the third kind that is the lowest of the barrel are the ones that actively promote shitcoins, and not even because anyone's getting paid. Sorry, not even because people are paying them to do so. They just do it on their own. So they might be really into shitcoining. They'll make whole channels about Shiba Inu and all these other shitcoins that are kind of obscure. And the thing is, their incentive is that they already own those coins very likely. And if you're in a coin that has a very low market cap, it's very easy to swing the price a lot, right? So let me explain how the market cap works really quick, right? Let's just say I have $1,000 worth of of Dogecoin, and I'm not selling it, but there's a bunch of people they've got a bunch of buy orders, like you see in the background, right? Like a lot of people want to buy the coin. I'm the only seller because I've got all the Dogecoin that is in existence. So you've got the orders start coming in. You've got a buy order for $1 per Dogecoin, right? I'm not selling, right? So you've got a buy order for $10 of Dogecoin. I'm still not selling, right? And there's a bidding war, and it eventually gets to the point where there's maybe one person who's willing to buy one Dogecoin for $100, right? So, but he only wants to buy one Dogecoin. So I sell him one Dogecoin for $100. So what happens to the price? Well, the price is, what the market price is, really what it should be called is the last traded price. So if the last time Dogecoin was purchased was $100, that means the price of the coins in general is $100. That is the market price, right? So what happens to the market cap? If there's $1,000 worth of Dogecoin in existence, 1,000 times 100, let's just, sorry, just want to make this clear. I don't want to botch the example by giving you a wrong number. Now the market cap is $100,000. So $100 has now essentially gone in to create what appears to be a $100,000 market cap on this coin. You can now see how easy it is to move the market cap of a coin that's very small. So if this person is in a coin that's only got like a couple of $100,000 market cap, right? Maybe even $1 million market cap. He only needs a couple of buyers to come in and buy up the coin in order to shoot up the market cap, and then everyone's going to be foaming that because they're going to see, wow, this coin just went up 300%, and then it can start a chain reaction that way. Later on, that guy can then dump on the market. Maybe he does a rug pull, maybe he does a gentle rug pull where he just sells a little bit every day to not completely collapse the market. But either way, that's the game for people that are shilling shitcoins. They often own the shitcoin themselves. They shill like micro caps and stuff like that. And because they're shilling it, like they're basically their own marketing team for the coin. They can shill it, the price goes up because their viewers buy it, and they can sell and then make money, right? The point about all three of these things that I've mentioned, all these different things that I mentioned, is that all of them are zero-sum game and predatory. They're predatory on their audience. And what I want to instill in my audience, for those of you who are still watching this video, is that as we go into this next bull run, I want to install in you the feeling of what I like to call a rational paranoia about failure. Never believe in any guarantees about anything. Never trust anything. Anything that comes out of anyone's mouth or anything that you read about, you have to be thinking, what's their incentive behind it? Is it true? And even if I do decide to go along with it, I should at least assume that some kind of worst case scenario is going to happen and put in like the absolute smallest amount that I can possibly bear. And also to stop chasing fantasies of making it really big in crypto. I'm not saying that you can't. And actually, one thing I found since making these kinds of videos about crypto is the amount of hate and vitriol that you can get when you tell people about the fact that you should stop shitcoining, you should stop gambling, and you're not gonna become a millionaire overnight. And even if you do keep it, even if you do make it, you're probably not going to be able to keep it. The amount of vitriol and hatred that I get just for trying to get people to be more responsible is unreal. And this kind of cult-like mentality really proliferates during bull markets. So I want to guard you against these kinds of things. So when you make some money, you get to keep it and you don't do anything too irrational, and I think that's just the way for you to go. And play the long game. Think about where you could be 5 cycles from now when you're an old man. Don't think about just trying to make it all in one cycle. Don't be too greedy. I know it's tempting when you see everyone, it seems like everyone's a millionaire. Just try to take it easy. And as I'm always talking about in these videos, because I'm not a shitcoiner, I don't like speculation. I'm all about business. I have a number of cryptocurrency businesses, and to me, that is where the real opportunity is. If you want to be involved in this burgeoning economy, this new economy, like we're in a very dark time in the world's economy. Some people say we're even in a depression. It's a real privilege to be in a place where things are growing. Like, this is a new technology. It's a great privilege to be involved in this stuff. The last thing that you want to do is to be pissing away this incredible advantage by being around at this time while cryptocurrency is still in its infancy stage, and to not be truly a part of it. That means don't speculate, go into business, find a way to do business. And by the way, if you're interested in business ideas regarding cryptocurrency, go first subscribe to my channel. That's number one. I've got a number of videos about just how to make money in cryptocurrency. That's not about speculating, it's not about gambling, it's just real business. And number two, you can also see I think I made like a couple of videos, but one particular video was just titled like cryptocurrency businesses that you can start now, right? And the third thing you can do is doing what I'm always recommending, which is using P2P cryptocurrency exchanges to simply buy and sell cryptocurrency, right? The idea behind it is nothing like the standard speculation that you see on other crypto exchanges. What you've got is you've got crypto and you're selling it for a particular payment method that is not accepted on other cryptocurrency exchanges. On cryptocurrency exchanges, usually they just accept bank transfer. But what if you want someone that wants to buy cryptocurrency with Apple Pay or Alipay or Zelle, if you can fulfill that order, you can sell cryptocurrency at an above a market rate. So if you're selling cryptocurrency for TransferWise or Zelle, maybe you could charge 6% above market rate. You receive that payment, you put it back through a standard centralized exchange where you're paying like less than 0.5% to turn your fiat back into cryptocurrency. You repeat the cycle. That's like, I just say, a real standard business. There's no tricks to it. There's no zero-sum game attitude towards it. You're just offering a service and you're fulfilling that service, right? So if you're interested in making money in cryptocurrency via peer-to-peer trading, you can use my referral link in the description down below for local CoinSwap, HODL, BitPapa, and BitVal. These are 4 exchanges you can use. And if you're not even interested in the selling component, but maybe you're just interested in buying cryptocurrency without the use of KYC, and also if you want to buy cryptocurrency via various unorthodox payment methods that you can't usually get on centralized exchanges, you can do those on peer-to-peer cryptocurrency exchanges like I mentioned, local CoinSwap, HODL. These are really good places, and I consider them to be very safe places to buy cryptocurrency because they're non-custodial. This is the case for HODL and local CoinSwap. So if you don't want your funds to be on the exchange, you can just deal directly with the person. So yeah, make sure that you can check out some other videos I have about that, some tutorials, and yeah, so make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.